Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Jason's Blood Angels and Harris's Forces of Chaos. So basically what we've got here is we've got 1,000 points of Dark Angels, 1,000 points of Blood Angels against 2,000 points of World Eaters and Khorne Demons. So the story that we've got going on here is that the Dark Angels were on this planet fighting off against the World Eaters, and they had set up a fire base, and they were trying to take them out. And as the Berserkers came, just berserking their way across this planet, causing mayhem. When they managed to open up a rift into the warp, and out came pouring Khorne demons in a demonic incursion on this planet, and the Dark Angels realized that they may be in a little bit over their head. So they sent out a signal for assistance in this, and the Blood Angels responded with a pretty elite force that dropped in here. So that's the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing the No Mercy mission. So it's basically just kill points that we are going for, trying to kill each other. So that is the story. That is the mission. And before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have Azrael and a lieutenant. We have 3 5-man tactical squads. We have a 5-man assault squad with jump packs. We have 2 5-man Devastator squads. One squad has 4 multi-meltas. The other squad has 4 heavy bolters and an Armorium Cherub. And last but not least, we have a Dark Talon. So for the Blood Angels, he'll be running a Vanguard detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have the Sanguinary and a captain with a jump pack, Thunderhammer, and Storm Shield. We have 2 scout squads, 1 6-man with bolters and a heavy bolter, and 1 5-man with combat knives and bolt pistols. We have 2 6-man Sanguinary Guard squads. Each squad has 2 Incarmine swords and 4 Power Fists. They each have 2 Angelus bolt guns, 2 plasma pistols, and 2 Infernus pistols each. And last but not least, we have a Sanguinary Ancient. And for the Forces of Chaos, he'll be running a battalion detachment and a patrol detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment for World Eaters here, we have a Dark Apostle, a Chaos Lord on a Juggernaut with a Power Axe, and a Chaos Lord in Terminator armor with dual Lightning Claws. We have 3 8-man Khorne Berserker squads. Each has a chain axe and a chain sword, and each squad has an icon of wrath. We have a 5-man Chaos Terminator squad with 4 dual Lightning Claws and a champion with a Combi Bolter and a Lightning Claw. We have 3 Rhinos with Combi Bolters and Havoc Launchers. And for the Khorne Demon detachment, starting off, we have Karnak. We have a 30-man Bloodthirster squad with a demonic icon and a musician. We have a unit of 3 Blood Crushers. And last but not least, we have a Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury with the armor of Scorn. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment. We've got the 5-man scout squad with the combat knives over here in this building, in this forest over here. We've got all of them golden boys hiding in the back line over here, behind my tactical marines that are along the front line there. We've got this is the search and destroy mission, so it's got the 9-inch radius circle in the middle there. Then we've got the Devastator squad up here with the multi-meltas in the front. We've got Azrael and the lieutenant in the between here, and the Devastator squad with the heavy bolters in the back over here. We have the Dark Talon sitting over here. We've got the scout squad with the heavy bolter over here, and my assault squad is in Deep Strike Reserve. Going over deployment now for the Forces of Chaos. We've got his Juggerlord over here. We've got a Rhino over here with a squad of Berserkers. We've got Karnak. We've got another Rhino over here with a squad of Berserkers. We've got the Blood Crushers over here. We've got the third Rhino with the 3rd squad of Berserkers over here. Inside there is also the Dark Apostle, and we have the Bloodthirster over there. In Deep Strike, he has his Chaos Lord in Terminator armor, his Terminators, and the Bloodthirster bomb. Bloodletter bomb, sorry. Bloodthirster bomb would be crazy. 30 Bloodthirsters. Yeah. As of right now, the Forces of Chaos are going to be going first, unless we can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6? No, the opposite of a 6. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here. One of his rhinos moved up around this way. His Juggerlord followed suit. This rhino moved up a little bit, not super far. This rhino did the same thing. The Blood Crushers moved up over this way. His Bloodthirster jumped up over this way, looking on these guys. And Karnak advanced over here. Everyone else stayed in Deep Strike Reserve. So that's it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the... is there a psychic phase?
I'm Khorne.
A Khorne, no. So no psychic phase. So we'll come back to you with the Shustin phase. All right, start off the shooting phase. His Bloodthirster is going to use his whip to whip into my Devastator squad up here. So he has D3 shots. Getting 1 shot, hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Wounding on a 3. No wound there.
I'm gonna roll them all together.
All right, so now his the combi bolters from these two are gonna fire into my Devastator squad up here. So we're gonna have 8 shots rolling together, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 4s. Getting 3 wounds. 3 2-up saves because they're in cover. Failed 1. And now the Havoc launchers are going to fire.
Getting 4 shots.
Getting 4 shots coming on in here. Hitting on 4s.
3 hits.
3 hits here. Strength 5, so wounded on 3s. Getting 2 wounds. AP minus nothing, so 2 ups. Failed another 1. And now this rhino over here is going to do the same thing into that Devastator squad. Combi bolter first. That's 2 hits. That is 1 wound. That is a save. And now the Havoc launcher. Getting 2 shots. That is reroll 1 because of the Lord over there. That is a hit. Wounding on a 3. No wound.
Scouts.
And now the Chaos Lord over here is going to fire his bolt pistol into the scouts. That is a hit. That is a wound. That is a save. All right, so now the Blood Crushers are going to charge in the assault phase into my squad over here. They're going to fire 4 bolters and a bolt pistol from the sergeant, hitting on 6s. Getting 2 hits, rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. So that is going to be 2 hits. Wounding on T4, so looking for 4s. Getting no wounds.
9-inch charge.
They're charged this, and they need a 9-inch charge. Rerolling because of the Dubro there. Nope, rerolling because of the Bloodthirster.
Locus of Wrath.
Locus of Wrath. No, does not
same
make
roll.
it. All right, so now this squad is being charged by the Bloodthirster. So the yellow is going to be a crack grenade he's going to throw there. So hitting on 6s. All right, rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. All right, so we got the crack grenade, and we've got the bolter shot. Bolter is going to be toughness 7.
Yes.
Toughness 7, so this is going to be wounded on 5s, and this is also going to be on a 5. Okay, both wounds.
Right.
3-up armor save for the bolter. Nope, takes a wound. 6-up feel no pain. Nope, so he takes a wound from the bolter, and then the crack grenade.
4-up invul.
4-up invul save. No, goes through. So D3 wounds. 1 wound.
6-up feel no pain.
No, so he takes another wound. All right, so they've got a 4-inch charge over there. And he's in. All right, so now this rhino here is going to charge into my tactical marines over here. He is in.
4 inches.
And now the middle squad's going to be charged by this rhino. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. All right, so we got 2 hits. 1 wound.
3-up.
3-up save. He's good, and his charge distance.
He can make a 3-up.
Is in. And now this rhino is going to charge into the scouts over here. The yellow is going to be a crack grenade hitting on 6s. Nope, no hits there. So his charge distance is definitely in.
Or is
All right, so starting out the fight phase, his Bloodthirster is going to be attacking into my tactical squad down here. So these are going to be hitting on 2s.
Yep, and every 6 explodes.
And 6s explode. So that is all hits with 2 6s there. So 2 more attacks, or they just additional hit.
Additional hit.
This is just an additional hit there, so that's going to be a whole bunch of hits here. These are going to be strength vigilance, wounded on 2s.
Strength 10.
Strength 10, so wounded on 2s. That is all
That's
wounds.
squad wide.
AP minus
-4.
AP minus 4. Yeah, that squad is dead.
So,
And that is first blood. So now this rhino here is going to attack into the tactical squad, hitting on 6s, not getting anything. And this rhino is attacking into the scouts over here on 6s, getting 1 hit. That is not a wound. And now my tactical squad is going to attack into his rhino, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, not great. Looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound. 1 3 up. No, takes a wound. All right, so now the Blood Angel scouts over here are going to attack into his rhino. We've got 11 attacks there because they've got the combat knives, and the sergeant has an extra attack in there, hitting on 3s, pretty good there. And these are now going to be wounding on 5s.
4s.
Wounding on 4s because of red thirst. My bad. Getting 1 wound anyway.
Didn't help me now.
All right. He's good. All right, so that is the end of the chaos turn here on turn 1. I do have 1 leadership test to take up there. They lost 2 guys, plus 4 is 6. They are good to go. So that is it for the movement phase for that's it for the turn here for the Forces of Chaos. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Forces of the Imperium. All right, movement phase for the Imperium forces here. His Blood Angel Scout stayed in combat with the Rhino over here. My tactical squad stood still here, and this squad fell back. One Sanguinary Guard jumped up over this way. The other one jumped over them over there. The Sanguinor is right over here, and Sanguinius is back over here. My Dark Talent moved up over this way next to Karnak, and my Devastator squads stood still, and his Scout squad stood still. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. So at the beginning of the phase, my opponent decided to send 2 command points on Warp Surge to give his Bloodthirster an extra +1 to his invul save. Now we're going to start in the shooting phase, starting off with this Sanguinary Guard squad is going to fire the 2 melta pistols, and the 2 plasma pistols into his Rhino over here, and then the 2 Angelus bolt guns are going to fire into the Blood Crushers. So we're going to start over. So rolling here, the yellow are going to be the Angelus bolt guns. The reds are going to be the plasma, and the whites are going to be the melta. So these are all going to be hitting on 3s. Do you get any rerolls? Rerolling 1s. He is going to supercharge. He is going to supercharge. The Sanguinor is. So the way we worked it out here, because we had a pair team going, like a team going on here, he is going to basically be second in command, which is going to give him like the title of Warlord, but he doesn't have a Warlord trait, so it just has it to benefit the Sanguinary Guards here, so they can get their rerolls on these hits. So
well overcharge.
He is going to supercharge here, so it's going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so rerolling that 1, 2. That is all hits. So the bolters are going to be, let's do the bolts first. So these are going to be hitting on, wounding on 4s because they're tough 4. Getting 2 wounds over there. AP minus 1, so it's going to be 4 ups.
Failed them both.
Failing them both, so 2 wounds onto one of those guys. All right, now the meltas are going to be wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds, AP minus 4. So that just goes straight through. So the first one does 4 damage, and the second one does 3 damage. That's going to be down to 2. And now the plasma wounding on 3s as well because it was supercharged. That's 2 wounds, AP minus 3, so 2 6 ups. Failing them both, and that's going to be 4 wounds. So it is dead. Does it explode? It does explode. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so he does explode. So here we go. This squad over here. Having D3 mortal wounds, doing 1 mortal wound.
Second
Second tactical squad is going to be 2 mortal wounds.
the lieutenant.
Onto the no, that's just the sergeant. So now onto these Sanguinary Guard over here, doing 1 mortal wound. He's got to feel no pain because of the banner, which is the relic one there, and he's good with that one. Onto the Sanguinor, doing 3 mortal wounds, 3 6-ups, or is it 3 5-ups? So he makes 2 of them, fails 1 of them. Okay. Then onto the banner guy, doing 2 mortal wounds. Failing both of those. Onto Sanguinius. 2 mortal wounds. Failing both of those. Onto the other squad over here. Doing 2 mortal wounds. Making 1, failing 1. And onto his rhino over here. That is 1 mortal wound. Onto the blood crushers over here. This seriously is hitting like everybody on the board here.
1.
So 1 mortal wound, so it'll kill that guy there. Onto the bloodthirster. Doing 3 mortal wounds.
6 ups.
6 ups. Nope, taking all 3 mortal wounds. Onto my Devastator squad. And my Devastator squad over here.
2.
Doing 2 mortal wounds. That's another 2 dead. All right, and his Berserkers got out there. One guy twisted an ankle, and everyone else was just able to scooch in there with the space from that. So that is going to be that. All right, so now this tactical squad here is going to fire into the Berserkers. We've got 2 bolters and a bolt pistol hitting on 3s. They didn't move, so re-rolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. All right, so that's all hits. Pretty good. Wounding on 4s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 3-ups. Failing 1. All right, so now this squad of Sanguinary Guard are going to do the same thing, basically. Everything with oomph is going to go into this guy, and then the Angelus bolt guns are going to go into the blood crushers. So here we go. Same color loadout going on here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s.
I will supercharge.
He's going to supercharge. All right, re-rolling because of the Sanguinor there. All right, so that is again all hits. So the bolters here are going to be wounding on 4s, getting 3 wounds, 3 4-ups, failing
another 1 dead.
All 3 of them, so another dead. And now the Melta wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds, AP -4, so they go through. So the first one is going to do 6 damage, and the second one is doing 5 damage. So it is dead. Does it explode? Oh, so close. But no, thankfully. All right, and 2 guys, twisted ankles, getting out of there. And that is where they ended up. All right, my lone Melta Bro is going to shoot into the Bloodthirster there. So he's hitting on a 3. That is a hit. Strength 8, so wounding on a 3. That is a wound, AP -4. So 3-up invul because of Warp Surge. He's good. Now his scouts over here are going to fire into my opponent's Dark Apostle over here. So the yellow is going to be the heavy bolter. These are all going to be hitting on 3s. All right, not bad at all. Wounding on, what's he, toughness 4? So wounding on 4s and 3s. Alrighty, so that's going to be 2 at AP -1 and 1 at AP nothing.
4-ups.
2 4-ups. Makes both of those, and then 1 3-up. He's good. All right, so now my Devastator squad here is going to fire into his Bloodthirster over here. I'm going to spend a command point on Hellfire rounds. So we'll see if I get that command point back. I do, in fact, get it back. So these are going to be, the red is going to have the Signum. That's going to be the Hellfire round 1, hitting on a 2. The others are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling because of Azrael. All right, so that's all hits here. So this will be D3 mortal wounds. Doing 2 mortal wounds. 2 feel no pains. Nope, both go through. And then these are strength 5. Yeah, he's supposed to ignore pain. He's not ignoring that.
The Warlord trait's literally called oblivious to pain.
The Warlord trait's oblivious to pain, but he is apparently noticing it. So, nerd.
He does
So here we go. Yeah, he's still taking it. So here we go. 5, strength 5, toughness 7. So looking for 5s to wound on these heavy bolter shots.
Statistics are
all right.
Failed 7 6
these are the wounds. So that's going to be 5 wounds at AP -1. So it's going to be 5 3-up invul saves. Failing 1 of them, so he takes 1 wound from that. 6 up, feel no pain. No, he takes
that
it.
one. Pop
All right,
it.
so I'm going to pop the Armorium Cherub there and fire again with the Hellfire round, dude bro. Hitting on a 2 because he's got the Signum. That's a hit. Doing D3 mortal wounds. That is 1. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll that. Into 3 mortal wounds.
Do you save your command point?
Do I save the command point? I do, in fact, with a fell face. But he saves 2 of them. Oh no, 1 of them. It's a 6 up for him.
Yeah.
So he takes another 2 wounds. So he actually now gets to, because he made that feel no pain, reroll hits and wounds until the end of his next turn, which is pretty good for him. All right, so now my Dark Talon is going to fire his Hurricane Bolters into the squad of Berserkers over here, and he's going to fire the Rift Cannon into the Bloodthirster. So we're going to go with the Hurricane Bolters first. These are going to be hitting on 2s because of Strafing Run.
Scary.
Alrighty. So that is 3, 4 misses there. These are now Strength 4, looking for 4s to wound.
Go to ground.
He's going to go to ground, which is not a thing anymore, so not going to happen here. So this is going to be wounding on 4s. All right, well, not great on the wounds over here. Actually, really horrid on the wounds over here. So we've got 6 wounds.
I'm going to take them
6.
Or no, you take
Yeah,
out
into there.
cover
Yeah.
and then cover.
So he's going to have 6 6 3-ups. Failing 1 of them. And now the Rift Cannon into the Bloodthirst over here. D3 shots. Getting 2 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s because it's -1 for moving, +1. Oh no, he's got fly, so it's going to be hitting on 4s. Getting 2 hits.
Okay.
These are strength 10, so looking for 3s to wound. That is 2 wounds at AP -3, so 3 up invul saves. Fails 1, so that is going to be 3 damage.
I am going to command.
He's going to spend his command point to reroll that. Into a 1, so he takes 3 damage there. And because he wounded him, he now rolls on the Rift Vortex table. So on a 3 up. No, I did not. He's got the 3 feel no pains. Makes 2 of them, so he only takes the 1 wound. All right, the Sanguinary is going to throw a crack grenade into this squad of Berserkers.
Be a 3 command point.
That is a hit. That is not a wound. And the Angel's Bolt Gun from the Ancient into his Blood Crusher over there. That is 2 hits. That is 1 wound. That is a save. And the Lieutenant over here is going to fire into the Bloodthirster. Rerolling because of Azrael. That is 2 hits.
5s.
That is 2 wounds. 2 3-ups. Making them both.
Pancakes.
And the Scouts over here are going to fire their pistols into the Rhino, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds, 2 saves, 3-ups. Failing 1. Failing 1, so taking another wound. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, this squad of Sanguinary Guard is going to charge into both Berserker squads and the Bloodthirster. Oh, I want to say Hellblaster. This is going to be the Whip, D3 shots. It's going to be 1 shot on a 6. No hit there. And then we've got 2 crack grenades from the Sergeants or the Champions. Nope, no hits there. So their charge distance is that's in. All right, he's going to spend a command point to reroll that 1 into a 4. So just getting him more in because he made it into the Berserkers, but he wanted more guys into that into the Bloodthirster. So now the Sanguinary is going to charge into the Berserkers over here. He should be in. And now this Sanguinary Guard is going to charge in over here to the Bloodthirster and the whatchamacallits, Berserkers over here. So this is going to be rolling. And here comes the charge.
Sanguinary.
6 inches will get him in. And now Sanguinius is going to charge into the Bloodthirst over there. He is in. All right, so that is going to be it for the assaults. At the beginning of the fight phase, my opponent's going to spend 2 CP to Warp Surge his Bloodthirster again to give him a 3-up invul save. So we will come back to you with the fight phase. All right, so starting off, the Sanguinary is going to attack into this squad of Berserkers over here. He's got 6 attacks hitting on 2s. All right, so that's 5 hits. These are going to be strength what is it?
It's strength +2, but with red thirst, I'm wounding.
Strength +2, so it's going to be wounding on 2s because of red thirst. All right, so that is going to be re-rolling because of the banner, re-rolling wounds because of the banner, because the banner of, what is it again?
It's a standard banner.
The standard banner allows the re-rolls of 1, but then he has got the feel no pain because of it being the standard of sacrifice. So that is going to be 5 wounds at AP -3, so 5 6-ups. Makes one of them, so 4 are dead.
Actually, that's 4.
Yeah, my bad, is AP 4, so all 5 are dead. All right, so now the first of the Sanguinary Guard squads is going to attack. He's going to have the 2 swords and 1 power fist into this squad of berserkers over here, and then he's going to have 1 power fist into the last berserker in this squad, and then the 2 more power fists into the bloodthirster over here. So we're going to start with the let's do with the one guy attacking into this over here. So it's going to be 2 attacks hitting on 4s, right?
Yep. +1 for Sanguinary.
+1 because the Sanguinary is the warlord over there. So it's 3 attacks hitting on 4s because it's unwieldy. Okay. Getting to reroll that 2 into a hit. This is going to be wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP -3, so 6 up. No, he doesn't make it, so he is dead. And now the 2 power fist guys are going to attack into the bloodthirst over there. So this is going to be 6 attacks hitting on 4s. Woo, real good there. Strength 8, wounded on 3s. Wounded on 2s because of red thirst. So reroll 1 because of the banner over there. Gets to reroll 1s. So that is going to be 2, 4, 6 wounds. AP -3, so 3 up invul save.
Warp surged.
Because of warp surge. Failing 1, 2, 3. So 3d3 wounds. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. 6 up. Feel no pains.
Not a
Failed
one.
all of them. So he is dead. And now the 2 swords and the fists are going to go into the berserker squad over there. Hitting on, these are going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling. 3s and 4s, re-rolling because of the Sanguinary. That 3 was a sword. That was a hit.
That was a...
That's a sword.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that was a hit. So we're good with that one. So now these are going to be wounding on strength. What is it? Strength. So those are going to be wounding on 3s because it's because of red thirst. These are going to be wounding on 2s because they're fists. All right. So that re-roll the 1. All right. So that is 3 that aren't there. So that's going to be 6 wounds total. They're AP -3 and they're all D3. So it's just going to roll them all together.
1.
Makes 1, so that's going to be 5 dead guys because it doesn't even make a difference.
Guys who die, so.
Then there's 5 guys in that squad to be dead.
You shot some
And now
stuff.
Sanguinius is gonna try to whack his blood crusher over there, not off in the head with a hammer. So hitting on 3s because it's unwieldy.
It is hammer.
He's got the hammer of ball, so it's going to be those are all hits because it's not unwieldy. Sorry, and the wounding on 2s, rerolling 1s because of the banner. All right, so that's 4 wounds. 5 up. Demon saves. Makes 3 of them, but fails 1, which is 3 damage, just enough to kill him.
I'm just
All right, and then we're going to activate the scouts over here, hitting on 3s. All right, and wounding on. No one charged this turn, so these are going to be wounding on 5s.
Yep.
Getting 2 wounds this time. 2 3-ups, and he fails 1. And now he's going to activate his Dark Apostle who heroically intervened over here. Hitting on 2s.
Reroll this one.
Reroll 1. So that is going to be 3 hits.
And Death False Emperor.
Death to the False Emperor because that's 6. And to another hit, so 4 hits on 3 attacks.
3s to wound.
These are going to be wounded on 3s.
Power Maul.
Because of a Power Maul.
2.
2 wounds.
-1.
AP -1, so 2 3-ups. Makes them both.
Okay.
And the Rhino gets to attack back. 3 attacks hitting on 6s. Getting 2 hits. Oh snap, he's angry. Getting 1 wound.
Right, it's just mulching scouts.
Oh, but that scout is good.
No, he's
All right, so that is it for the Imperium turn here on turn 1. Pretty good. That's actually a really good turn for us here. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 2. His Juggerlord is making his way over this way to try to crump some heads. His Berserkers disembarked from their Rhino over here, looking over to come and crump some heads. His minivan stayed back here with the Scouts. His bloodletters over here, deep struck back over here, 9 inches from everybody, looking to cause some chaos over here. No pun intended. JK, totally intended. Karnak moved up over this way, and his Dark Apostle stayed in combat there to crump some heads. So that will be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off, his Juggerlord over here is going to throw a... from the Berserkers. Sorry, the Berserkers are going to throw a crack grenade into his Banner Bro over here. So that is... Oh, man, what the heck? Is it a 1? It's a 1. So it gets to reroll because of the Juggerlord. Into a 3, that's a hit. That is a wound. That is a save.
Right.
All right, so now his Juggerlord is going to fire into the banner guy. He's going to use Demon Shell. So what happens here is he spends a command point. If he hits, can't re-roll it. He's good with that hit. It'll do D3 mortal wounds. Doing 3 mortal wounds, 3 5 ups because of the banner. Failing 2 of them, so he is actually dead.
Model gone.
And now his Dark Apostle is going to fire his bolt pistol in here. That is a hit. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 2 up save into your Sanguinary Guard. And they're good. That was 3 6s in a row. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his Juggerlord is going to charge into Sanguinius over here. Bolt pistol shot. That is not a hit because it's looking for a 6. So his charge distance is 4 inches. Is not going to get him in. All right, now Karnak is going to charge into the Sanguinor here. Crack grenade is not a hit. Charge distance is in. All right, so now the Bloodletters are going to charge into the Scouts and my 2 tactical squads over here. So my tactical squads are going to fire Overwatch here, looking for 6s. Ooh, get back here. Looking for 6s. Getting 2 hits. 3s to wound. That is 1 wound. 5 up save, and he makes it. His charge distance looking for 9 inches.
8 because I have a musician.
8 because he's got a musician. Oh, he totally makes it with a double search. And now the Berserkers are going to charge into my tactical squad here and his the Sanguinary Guard squad here. So Overwatch from the Sanguinary Guard squad. The red is going to be the Melta. The yellow is going to be the Plasma, and the white is going to be the Angelus Bolt Guns. Hitting on. Are you gonna supercharge? No, don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. No, he's not going to do it. So here we go. Rolling, hitting on 6s.
Have 1 wound.
Yeah, he's not going to do it. Hitting on 6s. Getting 1 with the Melta, which is pretty good. So that's strength 8. So looking for on a 2. No! What?
The warm breeze wafting.
Okay, his charge distance is in. So actually he gets to re-roll those hits on the Overwatch. So he's in on the charge. Let's just see if anybody dies. Oh man, that was a really good re-roll. Holy snap.
Yeah, it was.
3s and 4. No, the other way around. Yeah, but still, that's 2 plasma shots. 6s. No, failed 2 of them. All right, so starting off the fight phase here, his Berserkers are going to berserk all over his Sanguinary Guard over here. So they've got chain axes and chain swords. So we're going to do the chain axes first. He's got 3 attacks each with them on the charge, because it's +1 because of the champion there. So these are going to be hitting on 3s, no rerolls. We'll come back to that. There were 3 6s there, so Death to the False Emperor attacks in there. Another 2 hits, which is pretty good. So these are now going to be strength 6 because they've got +2 strength.
5 base
or
plus 1.
5 base +1 for the axe. So it becomes strength 6. So these are going to be wounding on 3s. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so we have 7 saves here at AP -1, so 7 3-ups. Failing 3 of them, so 1 is dead and 1 takes a wound. And here come their chainsword attacks. All right, so 3 hits.
2 wounds.
2 wounds over there. 2 2-ups. It failed 1, so it's another guy dead. All right, so now my partner here is going to spend his last 2 CP to interrupt with the Sanguinary and attack into his Devil Doggy over there. So here it comes. These are going to be hitting on 2s, not re-rolling because of the banner is dead. Isn't that what it is, or no? Oh, no, he doesn't get to re-roll. Wait, 1 second. He actually gets to re-roll the ones because he's within 6 inches of Captain Sanguinary himself. So that's another hit. So it's going to be 6 hits. These are strength 6. Right? Strength +2.
Yes,
so it's going to be looking for... his toughness 3?
He's toughness 5.
He's T5, so
Red
looking
Thirst,
for
I was
3s.
charged.
Yeah, oh yeah. Because of Red Thirst, because he was charged,
That I
so it's
can't
going to
reroll.
be... can't reroll that one because the banner is now dead. So that's 5 wounds. 5 up invul saves. Makes 2 of them. 3 go through, and then it's, what, D3 damage?
Yep.
3 D3 damage. 3, 6, 8 damage. I believe that's enough to kill the doggy. All right, the Berserkers are going to activate again because they get 2 activations, and since they charged, both of them will be going before it, so he's going to activate them again here. So these are now going to be the chain axe attacks into the Sanguinary Guard again. All right, we'll come back to that.
Nice.
All right, there were 5 6s. Death to the False Emperor. All right, pretty good. And now these are going to be strength 6 again, so wounding on 3s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, 11 wounds, so 11 AP -1, 3 up saves. Failing another 3 of them, so another guy is dead and 1 takes a wound.
A lot better.
And here come the chainsword attacks. Hitting on 3s,
That's
wounding on 4s. Oh, 3s again because they're strength 5. All right, so it is 4 armor saves, so 4 2-ups. Makes them all. All right, so now the Bloodletters are going to attack in here. We're going to start with the ones that got into this tactical squad over here. There's 12 of them, right? Or 11 of them? 11 of them. 11 of them. 12.
into this squad.
12 in that squad. They've got 2 attacks each. These are going to be hitting on 2s because there's more than 20 of them in the squad still.
Yep.
All right, we'll come back to that. All right, there was one miss there, so these are going to be 3s to wound. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, 17 wounds in there. Those 6s would actually be 2 wounds, two wounds each, but it doesn't make a difference since I only have 1 wound models there. So these are going to be These are going to be looking for 6-up saves because of it being AP -3. Can I make 17 6-up saves? My heart says no. My brain says no.
The dice probably say no.
The dice probably say no. But my faith in the Emperor says yes! No, I didn't get a single fill face at all on 17 dice. Okay, fair enough. And now the ones into this tax squad are going to attack in here. Hitting on 2s yet again. That's 2 misses. Not too shabby. These are 18 hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, it was 10 wounds into my 3-man squad there.
Gotta make 8.
Looking for 6-ups here.
I make 8 of
If I make 8 of these 6-ups, somebody lives.
And you got some residual luck going from the last.
Here we go. I'm owed a couple 6s by the dice gods, so maybe they can owe me 8 of them.
For the Emperor.
Here we go. For the Emperor! No, but I did get more than last time, but not enough to save them. They are dead. And now the ones into the scout squad over here are going to attack. Hitting on 2s because there's more than 20. All hits. Pretty gruesome. There's 4 of them into here, so these are going to be wounded on 3s. Making more than 5, so that is enough to kill them. All right, so now his apostle will activate, attacking into the Sanguinary Guard there. Hitting on 3s, right? Or 2s. Hitting on 2s.
3 4s.
These are wounded on 3s. Getting 2 wounds. AP -1, so 2 3-ups. Making them both.
Berserkers.
All right, so now this squad of Sanguinary Guard is going to activate into the Berserkers over here. So we've got 1 axe, 1 sword, I'm sorry, and, 2 swords and 1 power fist. The yellow is going to be the power fist. These are going to be hitting on 3s and 4s. All right.
For the Sanguinary?
Rerolling because of the Sanguinary. Nope, into that one. So these are now going to be wounding on 4s and 2s.
3s and 2s.
3s and 2s because they were charged this turn. 3s and 2s. Alrighty. And the banner's dead, so that does not get to reroll. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds at AP -3. So 5 6-ups. Making none of them. So there's 5 dead guys. All right, so now his Sanguinary Guard is going to attack into the Dark Apostle. Only one guy can attack there with a sword. These 3 attacks hitting on 3s. All right, rerolling because of the Sanguinor. Nope, not meant to be. So that's 2 hits, wounding on 4s this time because of it being that. So that nothing there wounds. Alrighty, so that is it for the turn here for the Chaos. So we've got a leadership test for his Berserker there. On a 5, he is running away, and his Sanguinary Guard here.
Just got too angry.
Rolling a 5. They lost how many guys?
3.
They lost 3. That's 8. So they are good to go, and that is it for the Chaos turn here on turn 2. So we will come back to you after a movement phase for the forces of the Imperium here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Angels of Death here on turn 2. His Sanguinary Guard here fell back, a strategic repositioning of themselves over here. The Sanguinor over here, he just moved up towards these guys a little bit. These guys stayed in combat with his, with the Dark Apostle over there. Sanguinius moved up over here towards his Juggerlord. My Dark Talon dropped into hover mode, moving up over this way. And my Devastator stood still. Azrael and Lieutenant stood still. So did this Devastator squad, and his Scout squad over there stood still. So that's it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now these guys are going to fire into the Dark Apostle there with the 2 Infernus pistols and the 2 plasma pistols that will be supercharging. So the yellow are the plasma pistols. Yep. Everything's hitting on 3s. Re-rolling because of the Sanguinor.
Should I really re-roll?
Yeah, do it. Do it. Yeah, that's
at least
fine.
It was just a regular miss.
So these are now going to be 2 Melta and the 1 Plasma, wounding on 2s and 2s for everything because he's supercharged. All right, not getting to re-roll that 1, so it's going to be 2 Melta shots, AP -4. Does he have an invul save? He's got the 4-up invul save. Failing 1, so D6 double rolled because he's is he within 3? Oh, 5. He's dead. Bum. All right, so now my Melta guy here is going to fire into his Rhino over here, hitting on a 3 because he didn't move. That's a hit with a fail first. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. AP -4, so it just goes straight through. D6 wounds. 5 wounds. All right, so this Sanguinary Guard squad, since they have fly, can actually shoot even though they fell back. So the 2 guys with Angelus bolt guns are going to fire into the Bloodletters, and the guy with the Infernus pistol is going to fire into the Juggerlord because he's like 50-50 over here, so he's going to elect to shoot into the Juggerlord. So the yellow is going to be the Infernus pistol, and the Angelus bolt guns are going to be the white ones, hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling because of the Sanguinor. All right, 1 miss there. Wounding on 3s for everything. Yeah. All right. And that's going to be wound on a 3 as well. No wound on that one. So that's going to be the 2 saves into the Bloodletter.
5 ups.
5 ups. No, dead. All right, so now my Dark Talon is going to fire the 2 Hurricane Bolters into his Bloodletters, and he's going to fire the Rift Cannon into his Juggerlord over here. Bless you. So here come the Hurricane Bolters. These are going to be hitting on 2s because of Strafing Run. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so 22 hits into them over here. They are tough 3, strength 4, so looking for 3s to wound. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so that's 14 wounds, 14 5-up saves. Making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means 9 are dead. And now the Rift Cannon into his Juggerlord here, D3 shots. Getting 3 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s because he moved, and +1 because of Strafing Run. So hitting on 3s. Getting 3 fill faces. Woo! All right, so 3 hits. These are now strength 10, toughness 5. So wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds.
2 4-ups.
2 4-up invul saves. Makes both. Jerk. Sanguinius is going to throw a crack grenade into him over here. That is a hit. That is a wound. That is not a save. D3 wounds. 2 wounds. Now, my Devastator squad here is going to fire into the Bloodletters. I'm going to spend a command point on Hellfire rounds. Let's see if I get it back. I do not, so that's actually the first one away there. So these are going to be, the red's going to be the Signum, so that's going to be hitting on a 2. Everything else is going to be hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling because of Azrael. All right, all hits. So D3 mortal wounds. So that's 2 dead guys there. And the rest of these are going to be wounding on 3s. Re-rolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. Yeah, seriously. So that is 3, 6, 7 at AP -1. Doesn't make a difference, so it's going to be 7. No, I pulled out the 2. 1 second. All right, yep, so it's 7 5-up saves, making 2 of them, so that means that 5 are dead. All right, so now Azrael's going to fire both profiles into them, not going to supercharge. Red's going to be the Plasma. These are going to be hitting on 3s because it's -1 because of firing both profiles. Not getting to reroll that 2 or that other 2. So these are going to be wounding on 2 and 3. All right, so that is 2 wounds, 2 5-up saves. Nope, 2 dead. And the Scout Squad's going to fire into these guys over here. All right. Was cocked. All right, so there's 2 misses there. These are going to be wounding on everything's wounded on 3s. Inception, so that's going to be 3 wounds, 3 5-up saves, failing 1, 2, 3. And the Sanguinary is going to toss a frag grenade into them. So it's going to be 4 shots here. These are going to be hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of, oh no, out of range of Sanguinary over there. These are going to be wounding on 4s because tough 3, strength 3. So that's 1 wound, no save. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, Sanguinary is going to charge into the Bloodletters over here.
I hiss angrily.
He is way in.
There goes my average.
Another squad here is going to charge in. 7 inches is in. And now Sanguinary is going to charge into his Juggerlord crack grenade over here. It's a hit. Not a wound though. And his charge distance. Oh, it's in. All right, Slambo over here is going to start us off hitting into his Juggerlord, hitting on 2s because rerolling 1s because of himself, because he's got that the hammer of ball.
Ball, not bail.
And there we go. That's 4 hits, wounding on 2s. So that's 3 wounds, 3 AP -3, so 3 4-up invul saves, making them all killer. All right, so now the Sanguinary Guard squad is going to attack into the Bloodletters here. These are going to be the Power Fist. These are going to be the in Carmine Swords. These are going to be all hitting on hitting on 3s and 4s. All right, re-rolling because of the Sanguinary there. All right, so those 2 or 3s are gone.
Nope, that's the swords. Those are good. These are ones that I can't do. The Power Fists.
Oh yeah. Oh, 1 second. All right, so yeah, the whites with the Power Fist. Sorry, forgot about that. So okay, so that's not a hit there because that's Power Fist. So these are going to be the yellows of the swords, the whites of the Power Fist. These are going to be wounding on.
It's all 2s.
Oh, it's all 2s because of charging in there. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5-up invul saves because of them being demons.
Part of the dice.
Made quite a few. Oh, I made 2. Never mind. It looked like more with those 4s. But yeah, they are dead. All right, so now his Juggerlord is going to attack back into Sanguinary over here, hitting on 2s. Rerolling. So I'm sorry. So the gray was what?
The gray with the Juggernaut.
Gray with the Juggernaut himself. So we've got 2, but there's 2. Deaths of the Fall. Oh, does the Juggernaut also hate the Emperor?
Yes.
Oh, the Juggernaut also hates the Emperor. So rolling. These are the ones for the Power Axe because of hating the Emperor over there, and then 1 for the Juggernaut who also hates the Emperor for some reason. These are all going to be
index profile.
because
they didn't divide them out until after indexes.
So these are now going to be looking for 3s for everything to wound over here. All right, and failing a couple there.
-2.
So we've got 4 AP
It's
-2.
It's all storm
Oh, because
shields.
they're at least AP -1.
Is it all
It's all
1
at least
damage?
-1.
It's at least AP -1. All of them the same damage.
The Power Axe is a Power Axe.
1 second. So these are all going to be 3-up saves because of him having the Storm Shield there. So it's going to be 7 3-up saves. And he makes them all like a champion. And that is it for the Angels of Death here on turn 2. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Forces of Chaos here on turn 3. His Terminator's deep struck over here. His Terminator Lord deep struck over here. His Juggerlord stayed in combat with Sanguinarius, and his Rhino stood still, and that is it. So we will come back to you after with the shooting phase here on turn 3. All right, so the Combi Bolter on the champion over here is going to fire into the Sanguinary Guard over here, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, getting 1 wound, 1 2-up save. He's good. Bolt pistol from the Juggerlord into Sanguinarius. That is not a hit. Rerolling because of himself, though. That is a hit. Wounding on a 4. That's not a wound. Now the Havoc Launcher and the Combi Bolter are going to fire into my Meltabro over here. So this is going to be the Combi Bolter. Hitting on 5s because he's wounded. Rerolling 1s because of the Lord over there. That's a hit. Wounded on a 4. That's not a wound. And then the Havoc is going to have 3 shots, hitting on 5s. Rerolling 1. So that's a hit. 2 hits. Oh, didn't see that one over there. 2 3-ups. Getting 2 wounds. AP nothing. 2 2-up saves. And they're good. Woo! All right, that's it for the shooting phase. So into the assault phase, his Chaos Lord and Terminator Arm is going to charge into the Sanguinary Guard over here. Angel's bolt guns are the only ones in range, since the Inferno Pistol has a range of 6. No hits there. Reroll because of the Sanguinor. Sorry. Still no hits there. And his charge distance looking for a 9-inch charge. Getting it. And now his Terminators are going to charge into this Sanguinary Guard squad. He is going to supercharge over here, with the yellows being the Plasma and 1 Angel's bolt gun. So these are all going to be hitting on 6s. Rerolling because of the Sanguinor. All right, so no 1 hit from the Angelus bolt gun. That is not a wound, though. So their charge distance also looking for a 9-inch charge. Not making it. All right, so now his Chaos Lord and Terminator is going to start us off in the fight phase by attacking in here. These are going to be, with his Lightning Claws, these are going to be hitting on 3. Oh, hitting on 2s, sorry.
Lord.
Rerolling because of himself. All right, these Death to the False Emperor with that 6. That's doesn't explode again, but that's a hit. These are now going to be Strength 4, looking for 4s to wound.
Rerolling fail.
Rerolling fail because of them being Lightning Claws. Rerolling fails.
Into 1 extra, so 4.
1 extra, so it's going to be 4 wounds over there. 4, is it AP minus 2 for that? Yep, so it's looking for 4-up saves. Failing 1 of them. All right, so now Juggerlord is going to attack into Sanguinarius over there. 2s. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of himself. All right, not meant to be there. No 6s, so nobody hates the Emperor this time. These are now going to be looking for...
that last round was really therapeutic.
It was really therapeutic. He feels soothed in his corny soul. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. It doesn't make a difference. Going to be 3-up saves over here. Failing 2 of them, so he takes 2 wounds.
I'm down.
All right, so now this Sanguinary Guard squad is going to attack into the Chaos Lord over there. So we're going to have the 2 swords are going to be the yellow, and then you got the fist is the white. These are going to be hitting on 3s and 4s. All righty, not getting to reroll that, and everything else is a hit. These are now going to be looking for 4s and 3s. Oh no, you got charged, so it's going to be...
He's T4.
He's T4, so it's just going to be 3s and 2s.
Everything.
All right, everything wounds. These are all going to be...
Actually, that doesn't.
That's a sword. Yes, sword. So that's going to be 3, 6, 7 wounds, all at AP minus 3. So 7 5-ups. Failing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's just dead at that one, even without the D3. And welcome to the Slam Jam. Here comes Slambo into his Juggerlord, hitting on 2s.
Hey, what you gonna do?
Wounding on 2s anyway, because he's tough 4.
T5.
No,
T5, so it's going to be wounding on 3s because he doesn't get that +1. So that's going to be 2 there, looking for 4-ups. Makes 1, fails 1. He's going to spend his last command point here to reroll that. No, fails.
Damage.
3
Down to
damage,
1.
down to 1. And that is it for the Chaos turn here on turn 3. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Angels of Death here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Angels of Death here on turn 3. My Dark Talon started flying again, came over here 20 inches, flying over this squad. He's going to be dropping his bomb on them. We'll get back to that in a second. These guys all stood still over here. His scout squad moved up over that way. Sanguinius stayed in combat, glorious combat over here with the Juggerlord, and my assault squad finally decided to join the party over here and drop down 9 inches away from his Rhino. So that is it for the movement phase. At the end of the movement phase, we will be dropping the bomb onto these Terminators over here. So you get to roll a d6 for every model in the unit. There's 5 guys there. On every 4+, they take a mortal wound. Making 3 of them there. I'm actually going to spend a command point to reroll one of those. Nope, not there. So that's just 3 mortal wounds. Do I get a command point back? I do. All right, start off the shooting phase. My Melta Bro is going to fire into his Rhino over here, hitting on a 3. Rerolling because of Azrael. Nope. Now my Assault Squad is going to fire their bolt pistols into his Rhino over here. 5 shots hitting on 3s. That is all but 1 hit. Wounding on 5s. Getting nothing. All right, so now this squad's going to fire into here with the 1 Melta pistol and the 2 Angelus bolt guns. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of the Sanguinary. All right, so that's all hits. The Angelus bolt gun are going to be wounding on 5s. The the Melta gun is going to be wounding on a 3. All right, that one's cocked over there.
Just one.
Just the 1
Minus
wound.
1.
-1. Yeah, he's good. All right, the Sanguinary is going to throw a crack grenade at the Rhino over here. That is a hit. That is a wound. AP -1. So looking for a 4-up. He's good. All right, so now my Dark Talon here is going to fire the Hurricane Bolters into his Terminators here, and he's going to fire the Rift Cannon into his Rhino over here. So these are going to be the Hurricane Bolters firing. These are going to be hitting on 2s because of Strafing Run. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, these are going to be wounding on 4s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so it's 9 wounds onto the Terminators over here. 9 2-up saves, and he makes them all. And now the Rift Cannon is going to fire into his Rhino over here. D3 shots, getting 1 shot,
Make it count.
hitting on a 3.
Spent all your shots earlier.
Nope.
And that shot's at you.
All right, gonna re-roll that.
Don't remember.
Yeah, that's a wound. AP -3, 6-up save. No, it goes through. So he is dead with a 3 damage from that. Does he explode? Don't do it. No, he doesn't.
So
Do I get the command point back? I do. And now this Devastator squad is going to fire into the Terminators. I'm going to spend a command point on Hellfire rounds. Do I get the command point back? I do not. So here comes the red is going to be the get the Signum, and that's going to be the Hellfire round. These are all going to be hitting on 3s and 2. All right, re-rolling because of Azrael. So these are now. This is going to go D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound, so that guy is dead. And then these are strength 5, so these are going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds at AP -1, so 6 3-up saves. Failing 1 of them, so takes another wound. All right, so now the Sanguinary Guard here are going to fire into his Terminators. So we're going to have the red are going to be the Melta.
Yep.
White is going to be the Plasma, and yellow are going to be the Angelus bolt guns. These are all going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of the Sanguinary. All right, those are all hits. These are now going to be wounding on 2s and 3s. 2s and 4s. Yes, 2s and 4s. Everything's
2s, 3s, 4s.
Oh, he did supercharge. Sorry.
Yeah, supercharge.
2s, 3s, and 4s.
There's 2 Plasma, 2 Melta, and 2 Angelus bolt guns.
2 Angelus bolt guns. So, which ones do you want to do first? Let's do the Angelus bolt guns. So these are going to be 3-ups. Makes both of those. We'll do the plasma. Those are going to be 2 5-up invul saves. Nope, fails that. So one guy's dead and one guy takes a wound.
Did not overcharge.
And did not overcharge. And then we've got the 2 melta, which are going to be 5-up invul saves. Makes 1, fails 1, so that's just going to kill that guy. Azrael is now going to supercharge and fire into the last guy over here. Hitting on a 2. Oh boy. Here we go. Don't do it. Okay, he gets hits. Okay. Strength 8, wounded on a 2. That is a wound. AP -3, 5-up invul save. Oh, he makes it with a 6. And then we've got a bolt pistol from Slambo into his Juggerlord over here. That is a hit. That is not a wound. All right, so starting off the assault phase now. This Sanguinary Guard squad is going to charge into the Terminator. Combi Bolter, hitting on 6s. 1 hit. That is a wound. That is a save, though. His charge distance is totally in. And now the Sanguinar is going to charge in. He is maybe. He's not in. No, he is not. All right, so we're going to start with the Sanguinary Guard here. The swords are going to be in the yellow, and the whites are going to be the Power Fists. These are going to be hitting on 3s and 4s. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, re-rolling because of the Sanguinar. Alrighty.
3 extra Power Fists.
All right, so these are now going to be wounding on 2s and 4s.
2s and 3s.
2s and 3s because of Red Thirst. All right.
So, buddy, my theory crafts.
Wow, that's a lot of ones there.
Apparently, Sanguinarius with a priest beats a Warhammer Titan.
Oh, nice. All right, so here we go. We've got 6 saves to make here. They're all at AP -3, and they're all going to be doing D3. So 6 5-ups. He made 2, so 4 go through. Yeah, he did.
All right.
And now Slamguinius
Embrace your inner Charles Barkley.
is going to try to slam jam onto the Juggerlord over there, hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of himself. All right, so that's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s because of the fact that it was 2 wounds. If he fails one of these, he's dead. If he makes both of them, he's alive. Oh, and he makes both of them. He survives. All right, and now the Juggerlord is going to attack back. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling that 1. Getting another hating of the Emperor over there.
Is he chewing extra? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He really hates that Emperor. So here we go. It's the Mount 2. He's really hating the Emperor. These are now going to be wounding on, what is it again? 3s.
3s for everything.
Yep. So that is 5 wounds. 5 3-up saves. If he fails one of these, he is dead. And Captain Slam is really dead. Really dead. And Captain Slam just goes down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the turn and the end of the game as the Juggerlord decides that perhaps he can find some. He's going to go lick his wounds and then probably try to find some more skulls and some more blood at a later date. So this was a victory for the Angels of Death. Yeah, I need to think about doing something like this for my just for me, because that combination of the Sanguinary Guard and the Dark Angels was pretty good. So it worked really well. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, I was a great speed bump. That's what I essentially did. Was I managed to speed bump and then shoot a bunch of things with my Dark Talon. So these guys were really super effective, dropping in 9 inches away. Shooting at something that they didn't manage to wound, and then just standing there. So they're the cheerleaders over here. They dropped down at the end. Congratulations! So a victory for the Angels of Death. That got pretty brutal towards the end, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My partner has been Jason. My opponent has been Harris. And until next time, have fun.